Hey YouTube, this is 2 today. I would like to share with you what I expect from the WWDC 2010. Just as a little reminder, the Worldwide Developer Conference of 2010 is held on Monday, the 7th of June 2010. So, let me get started. What do I expect? I expect the release of the iPhone OS 4.0 with even some new functions that didn't get presented on the iPhone OS presentation back in March. And I also expect a new iPhone, an Apple TV that can compete with Google TV, and also I expect releases of new apps from developers, and these apps are probably going to suit the new iPhone OS 4.0, so these releases are probably going to be updates or really totally new apps that interact with the new iPhone OS and really use its functions. So let me talk a bit more about the iPhone OS 4.0. The iPhone OS 4.0 got introduced in March 2010 by Steve Jobs, and on this picture you can see that there are a lot of new features, and the key new feature in this iPhone OS 4.0 for me personally is the multitasking. And now I'd like to go ahead and give you a little demo of the multitasking. So here we have in virtual iPhone at an example app that I created. So now I'm going to click on this app, and you can see my example app is loading. Here you can see my app. My app consists out of its Showtime picture and the URL down here, because I did not create this picture, so it's only fair to cite the source from the person who created the app. So now, if I go ahead and press the home screen twice, this screen here appears, and in the new iPhone OS, down here, all of the applications that are open at the same time are displayed, and you can just press on the application that you want to go to, and the application will give you 3 seconds to get ready for the new application, and after 3 seconds will start the particular application at the same point where you quit the application at the time where you went to another application, or where you went into a standby mode. So that's a quite handy feature to have. And now let me just go to the correct new slide. So this is the slide I want to go to. Okay, so the new iPhone. The new iPhone is probably going to be called iPhone HD. At least that is the most strongest rumor that is going around from all of the different names that Apple fans and analysts are giving this new device. And here's a picture of an actual prototype of the new iPhone, which got stolen in Cupertino, and that story was in the newspapers quite a lot. And because it got stolen, the whole world already saw that particular prototype of a new iPhone. I think that Apple's going to now present a totally different iPhone, which has a totally different design, and the hardware is going to look totally different because of this design. And I went on to the web and typed in future iPhone designs, and the one iPhone design that I like the most is this one here. So the person who created this picture called it iPhone Ultra, but I think it's probably going to be called HD. And again, this is not the definite design of the new iPhone. It's just a speculation of what it could look like. And what I like particularly about this new design is also that there's a nice contrast between the black frame and the back side of the iPhone, which is kind of white with a bit metal inside it, and also the home screen button, which is black. I think the contrast of that is just brilliant, and also the shape is quite nice. But as I said, it might be that Apple is going to show something totally different that has a totally different design and is not related to any of the past iPhone designs. So as I said, it's just speculation, and that's why I'm just going to get rid of this picture now. And now let's talk about Apple TV. Apple TV is around for quite a few years now, and the key things that Apple TV can do is it can connect to the to iTunes, and you can watch movies wirelessly and TV shows and listen to your music, but you can't watch actual TV on it, okay? And Google, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Google came up with a new service called Google TV, and with that service you can now watch via internet. You can watch actual TV shows, okay? And I think that Apple is now going to change their Apple TV, so Apple TV is also capable of doing that, and it will probably be capable of doing that in a better way, or even have more advanced features than Google has, because I don't think that Apple wants to lose any market share from and give that to Google. But this doesn't necessarily need to be presented on the presentation tomorrow, because it can be that Apple TV is just going to be put online on the Apple Store, and then you're going to see it there with maybe a few nice videos, and because they might think it's not important enough to do a special event for it. Or maybe it will be presented at the iPod event, which is in September. Okay, so on Flickr yesterday I found a few pictures that show that Apple is really getting ready for their presentation, so I'm just going to go ahead and launch this now. And these pictures are provided by Adam Jackson. I like these pictures because I think it's really exciting to see how conference building. You can see the nice Apple logo and the slogan WWDC 10. Right, you can see the streets of San Francisco. I believe there's a song it's called similar as well, and you can see a few other people who are actually also taking pictures of this. Now let me just go ahead to these pictures down here, because these are really nice. These are taken at night, and you can actually have an inside look, so you can see, let me just pause this here, you can see these are, I believe these are iPads down here, and you can see some actually really famous apps like Things and like that. If we go one further, we can actually get a closer look at it. Or can't we? Yeah, we can. So I believe these are iPads where you can try different apps out, and here you can see some really famous apps such as Things or Pandora or Shazam, and you can see how many apps there actually are. There are 200,000 apps, and it's still growing with all of the great developers that are at the app stores. So this is really exciting, and tomorrow there are probably going to be quite a lot of people in there and around the area. Right, so these are a few pictures just to show you that was getting ready for the event. And now let me go back to my keynote presentation, and